Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I was going to get ready and I thought I'd do it on camera. And also a lot of you guys have had this one question that I get a lot in DMs and comments, is how did I know that Deepak was the one? So I thought I will just answer you guys in this video. I know I have like crazy dark circles right now because I'm struggling with sleeping and everything is just so stressful and hectic right now that it is shown on my face. I will deal with it. I have a lot of videos coming up on how I'm going to deal with it, but let's get started with the video. To wash my face, I used this Derma Weaves Hydra Cleanser Sensitive Skin Condition. This is excellent if you have dry skin, or it suits any skin type, but it's extremely mild and does the job of cleaning your skin without stripping off the natural moisture. Next, for my moisturizer, I'm going to use the Nutriderm's moisturizing lotion with vitamin E. This is my holy grail moisturizer. I absolutely love it. It is extremely light on your skin, but also hydrates and keeps your skin moisturized for a very long time. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face and let it sit for some time. To how did I know Deepak was the one? Honestly, I don't have like, a very proper answer. Like I can't give you points on this is what it was and that's how I knew it was Deepak. But Deepak came into my life when I was not looking for anyone. Like honestly, I keep telling Deepak this, that if he didn't happen, I probably would have not not had any plans of getting married. But it's only after Deepak came into my life that my plans changed, and I knew he was the right one and he was like the perfect partner for me, and I decided to go ahead with the plan. But when Deepak and I started talking, we didn't start talking with the intention of being romantically involved. Deepak and I started talking, and I remember the first time we spoke on call. Like he was single, I was single. You'd expect the guy to flirt, but the first time he spoke to me, he actually shared his testimony, and I think we spoke for about 1 hour, some 10 minutes or something, and in that I think almost 45 minutes he was only talking about how much he loved God and his love for God. And honestly, before Deepak, I hadn't met anyone who was so passionate about God and who loved talking about God and who loved sharing his testimony. And I had never met anyone like that. And honestly, after our first call, I just sat down, and one, I felt so embarrassed and so ashamed that I was nowhere close to him when it came to my faith. And second was that I wanted to have what he had, the kind of relationship he had with God. And that is how we started talking. And we really had a very good friendship going on for some time, because like I said, I think even he wasn't looking to be romantically involved with anyone, and I wasn't looking to be involved with anyone, and we had a very nice friendship, and we had this great understanding. I was able to relate to him because his mom was going through cancer that time, and I had lost my mom to cancer. So I was able to relate to him on things that someone who hasn't lost their parent to cancer would not get. I was able to get those things, and that's how it started. But when we did start liking each other, we took it very, very slow. There was no rush. For a very long time, Deepak and I didn't use the L word, the love word too, because we wanted to take time. We wanted both of us to be extremely sure of, whatever it was. And Deepak and I both are old school that way. So once we got romantically involved, I realized that Deepak was extremely understanding as a person and extremely considerate. In the sense, he would not judge you on based on things that we normally judge people for. He's very, very considerate and very caring, and he really loves respecting people's feelings. And I remember the first time we had an argument, it was a very silly argument. It was during that argument that I realized that, okay, this is the guy, I would want to be with, because even during the argument, even during our disagreements, he was extremely loving. Like, he put his point across in such a loving manner, and there was no like, I didn't feel disrespected. I didn't feel like he was being really harsh, like he was being really rude. He was extremely, extremely loving, even during an argument. Like, even when Deepak gets angry, you can feel a lot of love from him. You can feel a lot of respect from him. And that was one thing that I really had to learn, because I came from a very difficult relationship, and for me it was difficult to understand these things, and that was something that Deepak had taught me. But I would say that for me, my biggest sign that he was the one would be, like, I didn't have anything stupid like, oh, today if he wears a black shirt, he's meant to be, or he's my partner. That wasn't how I approached it. For me, my biggest sign was that my relationship with God was getting better. Now, of course, nothing happened purposely, but subconsciously, I had completely moved away from my faith, and I wasn't having a relationship with God. I wasn't praying or doing all of that. But after Deepak came into my life, I think that his purpose of coming into my life was for him to pull me closer to God. And my relationship with God, I started working towards my relationship with God, and I started getting closer to him, and I wanted to know him more. And I think that was the biggest sign for me, was the fact that this guy came into my life, and through his testimony, I wanted to get closer to God. And that was for me the biggest sign. Another sign was that I was constantly at peace. In the sense, I don't think till now, after Deepak has come into my life, I've not had any day when, like, when you're in a relationship and it is not good for you, or the guy you are in a relationship with is not right for you, you will constantly have this anxiety. When you'll have fights, you can't function normally, you can't do anything. I never had that with Deepak. Like, even if we have a disagreement, it max to max lasts for like 20 minutes, and that's about it. We just get through it. He always communicates his feelings really well. He understands what I say, and if he has to put across his point, he does it with so much respect and so much love. And these were the signs that I personally felt were signs of healthy relationship. Like I said, my relationship with God was getting better. I was no longer in that constant state of anxiety, or feeling like I'm not good enough, or like I have to overcompensate for something. I wasn't, my sleep got a lot better. Physically, health wise, because I was in this good mood and I was feeling good about everything in my life, my health got a lot better, my body followed it. And these were the signs that really let me feel, really gave me that feeling that Deepak was the one, because I became a better person overall. I know it sounds very cliched, but that is the truth. When you are in a healthy relationship, your life in general, in all the aspects, gets better. And that's how it was for me with Deepak. And that's how I knew. And also, as a couple, Deepak and I are one, very mature, and two, we are extremely focused on each other. Of course, our main focus is God, but while we are focusing on God, we also focus on each other, and we try to work towards our relationship. We want to help each other get better as people. And that is one thing I feel like a lot of times we are so focused in trying to look a certain way on social media and all of that, and then we just lose the essence of that relationship or marriage. And with me and Deepak, we are very, very clear, we are very focused. I remember during the proposal, I told him that a lot of things were blurred to me, because if you notice that throughout the proposal, my focus was only Deepak, and every time I was looking at him, everything else was blur. And that's how you should be in a relationship. You shouldn't get into this pettiness of trying to make people jealous of your relationship or of your love or of your marriage. Nothing. You shouldn't be in this rat's race of trying to look better on social media and all of that. And because Deepak and I are not in that rat race, and we are not trying to do all of that, and we are just focused on each other, and we are trying to build our relationship, and we are trying to build our marriage, it just radiates. People just get a certain kind of vibe from us. We've heard a lot of people say that they get this vibe or this energy from us, and or that we are meant for each other. Because like I said, Deepak and I have a very healthy and a very mature relationship. There has never been a time when I'm like, don't talk to this girl, or I don't like it when you're talking to this girl, I don't like it when you're close to that girl. Or he's never like looked at me and said that I don't want you to talking to this boy, block this boy, or do that and all of that. We just don't have that, because we are so focused on each other, and we are trying to build ourselves up, that these things don't matter. I'm not nagging him for things, and all these other things are not there in our relationship. And that is a sign by itself that you are with the right person, because everything is at peace. And even when it came to the families and families getting involved, nothing was forced. Everything just happened so smoothly. Everything happened so easily, because we were so good to each other. People could see it, and our families could see that as well. My brothers could see that Deepak was the perfect partner for me, and Deepak's family could see that I was the perfect partner for Deepak, and everything was easy. So when it is meant to be, you do not need to push anything, you do not need to force anything, you do not need to ask the boy to go talk to your father or mother and all of that. Because I never asked Deepak to talk to my brothers or get the families involved. It all just happened naturally and very smoothly. So coming back to the point, if you are questioning if a person is right for you or not, I would suggest the first thing to do is pray about it. Take it to God. I think no one else will be able to give you a better sign or advice than God. Also, if you need to force everything, if you need to push everything, then trust me, that is not the right relationship for you. That's not the right partner, because when it is meant to be, everything will happen on its own without you having to push and to force, or to keep questioning your partner, saying, what are we, where is this going? You will not need to do all of that. Deepak and I never had like in the beginning when we started talking, we never had, like when we were interested in each other, we never had these conversations. In fact, for a very long time, we didn't even use the L word. It was just understood. So if you have to push everything, if you have to force everything, then it is definitely not meant to be. Because when a person is perfect for you, they don't need to be pushed. It will all happen organically, it will all happen naturally, without you putting a lot of effort, without you struggling a lot. Everything will fall in place easily. I'm sure Deepak must have had like a different approach towards this whole situation. I'm just sharing what I felt and what made me take that decision. It's always going to be different for different people, but one thing is always going to remain same, is if you pray about it, if you let God make that, or if you let God lead you, I'm sure everything will be extremely clear to you. And if you are in a relationship, if you are in a marriage, focus on your partner, focus on building your relationship, on your marriage. You, what others do, how others portray their relationship, should not matter to you at all. I know a lot of girls who are married and still are so invested emotionally in what their ex is doing, and who their ex is getting married to, who their ex is involved in. And I think all this is just wasting your time. You can use that time to build your relationship and build your marriage. Because trust me, when you're focused on your partner, and when you are focused on building your relationship will just have so much love and so much respect in it that nothing else will matter. So instead of focusing on others, or trying to make your relationship look a certain way on social media, instead of trying to do all of that, just focus privately, personally, between y'all. Like for example, nobody had to tell Deepak to do the proposal. Like even if Deepak wouldn't have done the proposal, it was understood. I was going to marry him and he was going to marry me. But again, like I said, when you don't when you focus on each other, these things get easier. And he wanted to express his love, he wanted to do, like, propose me and ask my hand in marriage. In fact, when he spoke to my brothers and asked for my hand in marriage, I had no clue. I wasn't expecting him to do that. But because we focused on building our relationship, and we focused on each other, and we kept, I know I keep using the word focus, but I can't tell you how important that is. Because we kept each other as our priority, he did all these things out of love, and he didn't need to be forced, or didn't need to be told or pushed into doing all of that. And when your partner is right, trust me when I say this, everyone else around you will know. Because the kind of relationship, or the kind of chemistry that you guys share will definitely radiate, and people will catch on to that feeling. So just see how you feel around that person. If you are at peace, from the time Deepak has entered my life, I've been so much at peace, not only just in our relationship, but generally, like my relationship with my brothers, my relationship with my friends, everything I feel is so much better than how it was maybe 3 or 4 years back. And totally, like everything has just changed. And even for me personally, my personal growth, I feel like I'm much better as a person. I think I feel like I'm like a better friend now, and I'm a person you can be around. I'm not irritable, I'm not constantly having anxiety, I'm not anxious, I'm not just generally overall my personality feels better. And I feel like Deepak had a major role to play in who I am today while doing the video. But I'm using this Mion's banana powder, loose powder. I used Lakme 95 Weightless Mousse Foundation and Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect primer. I'm just going to use a little bit of bronzer on my eyelids. Nothing fancy. I just wanted to talk to you guys and give you guys this answer, because the number of people that have messaged me on Instagram and asked me how I knew he was, because I know this is a very, very scary decision to make. And honestly, if it wasn't for Deepak and the kind of person he is, I would have never thought of getting married anytime soon. Because Deepak generally as a person is extremely, extremely loving and caring and very considerate. And even if Deepak and I were not romantically involved, because like I said, we didn't start getting to know each other with the intentions of being romantically involved or thinking that this was going to go somewhere. So even if Deepak and I were not romantically involved, I would have still found the most amazing friend, because Deepak, of course, he's like an amazing partner, and he's just an amazing person, overall. But as a friend, he's an extremely reliable friend. Like, you can rely on him at any time of the day, like any time of the day, any time of the night, you can rely on him. And he's a good secret keeper. And he's a very good friend, so I wouldn't have wanted to lose him as a friend. So even if we weren't romantically involved, I'm sure we would have been really good friends, and I would have been really glad to have him in my life as a friend. But yeah, like I said, because if you guys don't know, his best friend Marissa, like, we are extremely close. Marissa and I are extremely close to the point that it kind of like sometimes irritates Deepak. But that's the thing, because we were in such a healthy relationship, Marissa and I share such a good friendship, because I know a lot of girls who don't like their boyfriend's female best friend, like they just can't stand them. But I think Deepak and I came into each other's life at the right time, because if he would have come anytime soon, I wouldn't have been this person I am now. So it wouldn't have worked out. Like I said, I think God's timing is just so perfect that he came into my life at the right time. And I think, I don't know, you guys should ask him, but I think I came into his life at the right time too, when he needed that support with his mom and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if you guys got the answer, because I think this video is all over the place. But I think that if it's meant to be, if he's the right guy for you, if he's the right partner for you, you will not need any signs. You will just know. You will know it in your heart, and you will be extremely confident and sure about it. I'm just doing a simple look, guys, like I always do. For lipstick, I'm using this Maybelline's The Loaded Bowls in the shade Berry Bossy. I used to wear this a lot in the beginning. Okay, this has fur in it. Like, right now, Deepak and I have just 3 dogs that we deal with, so I'm just going to change it to Huda Beauty's matte lipstick in Ladies Night. I'm just going to run some clear brows through my clear gel through my eyebrows. So I don't know guys if you got an answer from this video. I tried my best to answer it. There's no right or like a definite answer for that question. It's going to be different for each one. Whatever I felt, I let you know, but I hope you got something through this video. So that's it for the video guys. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I will leave the links to all the products that I used in the description box. I will meet you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.